Hey, good evening, everybody. Good evening. How are you? Welcome back. I'm looking for Adam Bryson. Did he make it in yet? Is Adam in the room yet? I don't see him yet. He's supposed to be here in just a bit. We want to welcome everybody to True North. We were wondering how many people would brave it and show up tonight. If you're joining us online, we want to say welcome. We're glad to have you with us online. You can join us here each week at 6:30. So text us and let us know where you're watching from or where you're joining in. We have a lot of students I know that are stuck at home, and we want to see you again hopefully soon. And oh, there he is. Very good. Thank you. And so we're really, really glad to have everybody here in the room or online and joining us. If you've got a cell phone, if you can silence that, so that if you're in the room at least, so that won't be a problem. If you're a guest tonight, we want to welcome you. We do have a few guests. I've already met a few guests, and we want to greet you in just a minute with what we call the 4-minute party. So we'll all stand up, and we'll do that in just a moment. I think that's the first thing out of the chute. So if you are here and you're helping me out, one of our teams that are helping us out up front, come on up. If you got the gift cards, come on up and help us out. You can find one of these individuals up here, and they have a gift card for you. If it is your first time ever to be here and you're a guest, or if you were here before but never got a gift card, when we all stand up in just a minute, we're all going to stand up for a 4-minute party. You can come and find these folks, and there you go. So, all right. I think I've covered everything. Sam, you excited for tonight? You ready to go? I just hadn't talked to you in a while, so I just wondered how you were doing. Okay, very good. It's kind of hard for me to hear what you're saying, but it's kind of hard for me to hear what you're saying even when you don't have a mask on sometimes. But so we want you to look around and find somebody that you do not know or somebody you just haven't seen in a while and greet them. If you are watching at home, we want you to use this time to text somebody here and tell them hello. If you're here and you know somebody who is watching at home, why don't you text them and let them know that you're missing them and say hello? Or you can go to the camera right back there on the corner of the sound booth and give a shout out to anybody. How many know somebody you can go give a shout out to during the 4-minute party? All right, make sure you make that happen during the 4-minute party. Let's all stand up and let's have a 4-minute party. If you're a guest, come on up here to the front.
Hi, Scarlett and Ashton and maybe Julia, and also everybody else that's watching. Hello. Miss you guys. Love you guys.
Hey, how many of you, in fact, did meet somebody that you've never met before? Raise your hand. All right. If you're watching again at home, we hope that you had a 4-minute party as well. Hey, I meant to announce this before the 4-minute party, but our fall retreat extra shirts are here. If you ordered an extra shirt, they are here, but you need to pay before you take it. They're $18. You need to find, did they put them up? They did put them up. Okay. We need to find, I don't know if Hope is still in the room. Yeah, Hope's back there. So if you have a shirt and you need to pick that up, just see Hope Hutchins in the back. Or Jake. Jake may be gone. Is Jake here or is he gone? Okay. You can find Hope or Jake. You can get them on Sunday. After that, you're kind of on your own. And if you don't pick them up in a couple of weeks, we're going to make them available for whoever else wants them. So there you go on that. All right. A lot's happened since November the 23rd to December the 12th. Pretty crazy. All right. Sunday, December the 13th. That is this coming Sunday.
It's a couple days.
It is. Yeah. Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
4 days.
Yes, it's a
couple days can be two to.
It's a quartet
several.
of days.
Yes.
I know it's a little bit late in the game to be announcing it, but Sunday, December the 13th, we want everyone who feels comfortable and safe to join us. We decided we want to have some things that feel like normal, and so I think maybe we'll enjoy this. This looks like a lot of fun. We're going to go. We're going to head up to the Smyrna Skate Center in Smyrna. They close at 6 to the public. We can start arriving at 6:30, and then we have it until 9 o'clock. So we can start skating from 7 to 9 or 6:30 to 9. You can start arriving at 6:30. We'll send out the time. It's the NBYG Christmas Skating Spectacular. Now, you do need to wear a mask when you come in, and when you're not on the skating rink, they want everyone to wear a mask. But when you're out skating, so have a mask where you can just kind of hold on to it and keep it with you. It is our ugly sweater or our lovely sweater, whatever you.
It's basically
called.
Beat a Dairy Berry competition.
Yes, right. Yeah, see if you can outdo the Dairy Berries is what our Christmas things are now.
That looks like Jason Statham.
And it's $8 if you are wearing a Christmas sweater, $9 if you don't wear a Christmas sweater.
Right.
So if you want to pay $1 more, that's fine. And then you can do that. Then when you check in with us, that includes, I believe, a piece of pizza and a drink. But when you check in, you'll let us know if you're in fact going to eat or drink, because we don't have to pay for you if you're not going to eat the pizza or whatever. So, but it's $8, $9. We're supplementing some of the costs. So there you go. That's on December the 13th. We hope that we'll have quite a few folks there. You can bring a guest with you if you want to, but we're going to skate. So there you go. Are you going to be there Sunday night?
Yeah, I'll be there because nothing feels more normal than leg cramps and blisters.
Yes,
so,
very good. All right.
I'll be there.
So we'll check that out on December. But that's not all. If you say, I don't want to skate or I can't be there on the 13th, we have a few other options. We're very, very excited about this next option. And we want everybody to be a part of this. And it's not going to feel exactly like the past couple of years, but we still wanted to do something to continue to serve after Toy Drive is over. So on December the 16th, we're having the Journeys in Community Living Winter Wonderland Drive-Through Parade here at the filling station. Here's how this is going to work. We want you to dress up. Let the Dairy Berries be your standard. We want you to dress up even better, bigger than you do at Toy Drive in all of your holiday gear. We'll have some of our characters. We're going to take some of these inflatables and put them outside. Mike's going to have a sound system right out here. At about 6:30, we're going to meet at 6 o'clock to get ready. But about 6:30, they're going to drive through. They're going to either come around this way or come up this way. We're not sure yet. And several of the Journeys in Community Living families are going to be driving through. For those of you that aren't familiar with Journeys in Community Living, these are adults with special needs that are living independently with host families who are kind of caregivers. And a lot of them have jobs in the community. And so many of you have been a part of our Journeys party the last couple of years. How many of you have been to that awesome event the last couple of years? If you've not been to that, you've missed what I think is one of the coolest, most enjoyable things we do really all year long. And I do mean that. It's been amazing. Because so many of them have vulnerabilities health-wise, they could not be in this room. But we still wanted to do something. So thanks to Stacy Boyle, who said, let's make something happen. We're going to let them drive by. We're going to give them a choice of a Christmas ornament. We're going to provide every family with a pizza because many of the residents there, they love pizza, so we're going to give them a pizza. We're just going to wave at them. We're going to sing and let them come through, and that's going to be in lieu of True North. So 6:30 until they come through. 6:30 to 7:30, I think, is when they're going to drive through. So that's going to be next week, and we want to have a lot of people there to celebrate. We will be outside. It will be chilly, is my guess. It may not be, but it'll be a little cold. So dress accordingly, and you can wear lights. You can be festive. We want to have a lot of fun. We've got a few costumes, Christmas-related costumes back here. We can let some people borrow. But we need everybody here at 6 to get ready. They're going to start showing up about 6:30. So if you got it, say got it.
Got it.
All right. That is next
Wednesday.
Next Wednesday.
7 days.
That's right. Next Wednesday, which also happens to be my 25th wedding anniversary.
Oh, congratulations.
Next week. Yeah, it's exciting.
That's awesome.
All right. So,
wow,
what?
That was a lame applause for 25 years of
Well, that's okay. I don't.
Come on.
We don't
There
get
we
applause.
go. There we go.
But we
Give it up for Miss Melissa.
We want you to show up and celebrate these folks because they become dear, dear friends to us. Now you say, I still want to celebrate more Christmas.
Yeah,
we
I
have
want more.
So Christmas to me, there's Christmas movies. On the count of 3, everybody just say the name of your favorite Christmas movie. 1, 2, 3.
The Santa Claus.
Okay. Did you say the Santa Claus?
Oh, yeah. There's 3 of them. They're good. Except for the third one. The third one's pretty bad.
And I heard Die Hard over here. Okay. I heard 2 opposing the Santa Claus and Die Hard. Of all the Christmas movies, the Santa Claus is your favorite. Okay, we got to do. I mean, I like it. It's fine. I love Tim
when
Allen.
I was 7, I thought it was a documentary. So.
Okay.
But it wasn't.
That's I'm going to write that down. That's the greatest line said tonight so far. But we got to change it because Blake here has never seen Home Alone.
Yeah.
Now, how many of you would enjoy seeing Blake see Home Alone? Right? So on Sunday, December the 20th, we've rented out a theater at the Premier 6 Theater, and we're going to watch Home Alone together in a theater. Anybody, if you want to bring a friend, bring a guest, that's fine. The movie begins at 6 o'clock. It's going to take a while to get everybody in, so you want to arrive by 5:15 to get your snacks and to get a seat because the movie's going to start at 6 o'clock. And we're going to watch Home Alone, and we're going to get to experience Blake experience. Anybody else here also not seen Home Alone?
Thank you.
All right, so okay. Well, you all should be there then. You all should be there to enjoy this movie. But we're going to watch it on the 20th, okay? Now, you say, that's more Christmas than I could possibly bear.
But wait, there's more.
But wait, there's more if you are a senior. Next week, when we have our Journeys party, we're going to ask everybody here, and adults, you can help us out by contributing a little bit more if you like. But we decided we're going to still try to make this happen. A tradition that we've had going with our seniors for now the past 4 or 5 years. It's what we call Dollar Day. And the way Dollar Day works is we ask everybody to bring $1 or more. If you want to bring $2, $3, $5, $10, $20, we have some funds already set aside. Some other people have already made donations towards this. But any of our seniors on December the 20th, following the movie, after we watch the movie at the Premier 6, seniors, we're going to be going over to the Kroger on Tennessee. That's it. I couldn't think of the name of the road. We're going over to Tennessee Boulevard. We'll take the money that is donated. We will cash that money in for gift cards, and then we will bless quite a few folks around that Kroger by providing their groceries, buying some toys and diapers and other necessities that folks need. And it's been an awesome. You went last year for the first time, right?
Yeah, I went last year. It's really, I don't know, it's really awesome. I think my favorite part about Dollar Day is getting to tell somebody we're going to pay for their groceries and then look and say, you don't have a lot of groceries here, let's go back and get more. And so it's a lot of fun to go through and get all the gifts. And seniors, one girl last year, she said, I hope when I grow up, I'll be like you all. And so it's a cool moment for the seniors to give back to our community, but also to recognize they're looked up to and they're role models in our community and in our group.
It was some really, really special stories that came from that. I think my two favorite stories, and I've added a third this year, my two favorite stories that came from Dollar Day on different years was the year that a single mom came running in with a child that was just had on a diaper, that was obviously a diaper that hadn't been changed in a while. And the mom came in, it was really cold outside, and she came in a panic looking around, and we tried to talk to her, and she was like, I don't have time. She went and got one pack of diapers, and some of our teens went to her and said, hey, we're going to pay for those diapers. And one of the other teens said, hey, we got to get more diapers than this. They went back with a cart, loaded it up full of packs of diapers, and brought it to her, and the girl was just so overwhelmed. Our students prayed with her. They walked her out to the car, and it was just a really special. That family came to the Christmas experience that our church hosted that year. Another story, not nearly as touching. I should have told this one first. The guy that was there at the counter, and the teens said, we're going to pay for your groceries, and he said, okay, you're going to pay for my groceries? And they're like, yeah. Why is that? Well, we just love Jesus. We love serving in the name of Jesus. He said, okay, hold on. And he reached down with his cart, dug around, and he pulled out the 2 6-pack of bottles of beer that he had, and he said, I'm going to go put these back. And he walked away, and he put those back, and he came back, and he said, I'm not going to let them pay for that. And that was a very special moment for all of us. But on a much more serious note, a really, really cool thing happened. The West Campus students, our North Boulevard West Campus students, their whole youth group did this because there's a smaller number of them. They all did this a couple of weeks ago. And they noticed that there was a young girl, appeared to be a single mom with a child, and the mom was pretty emotional. And they went up and they said, hey, can we help? And she said, I'm just here getting a few things. And they said, we want to pay for your groceries. She was pretty emotional. And she said, when I walked in, I didn't think I was going to have the money to do this. Where the story gets even more special is the girl said, why are you all doing this? And she said, because we're a youth group, and we want to love people in the name of Jesus. And she said, wow. She said, I did the same thing when I was a senior in my youth group. And they asked where she went, and she came here. One of our former students, one of our former graduates, and from several years back. And they, kind of what goes around comes around, and she was so blessed by that moment. And so we never know who we're going to serve. We've served some people that were amazingly generous in their thankfulness. And we serve some that, like, you pay for my groceries, fine, good, I got to get out of here. But almost 99% of people are just, it's just such a cool moment. So seniors, we hope that you're able to participate on that night. It's a really special time. Sometimes the money goes by really quick, and sometimes it lasts a lot longer. Some years nobody's in the store, and some years within 30 minutes it's all gone. We hope that kids show up, because it's always fun to go and pick out things for the kids. And the little girl last year that did, she said, like Blake said, when I grow up, I want to be like those teenagers. It's really cool. So that's going to be after the movie. So if you can't come to the movie on the 20th, you can join us for this. But we're going to leave after the movie and meet over there. So we'll be in communication to at least our seniors through text. But that's going to happen next week. You can help out everybody by bringing $1 next week. If you're not going to be here next week and you want to donate tonight, you can see Vicki or Blake or myself and make a donation. If you want to mail it in, you can. You can donate throughout the week. Nobody has to give anything. But when you're a senior, you'll be blessed by the donations of other people. So whatever you can give towards that, every dollar of it's going to go to helping bless somebody else. And it'll be a fun moment next week. I think we covered most of that.
Yeah.
Is that right? So. It's an exciting moment. I don't exactly know what's next. Or is it the pictures? Oh, it is? Okay. All right, very good. Well, now it's time for our pictures of the week. Okay, so on social media the other day, Twitter ran this one little caption here, or this little challenge, 2020 in one word. And they got thousands of responses, of course. But then a lot of businesses started chiming in, a lot of corporations. And there's some pretty good Twitter follows out there for, businesses. I was disappointed that Wendy's didn't chime in. They've got a really good Twitter account, one. But I didn't see theirs. If they did, I didn't see it. But here are just some of my favorites from Windows. So yeah, there you go. And then, yep, I'd describe it. Subway, McDonald's. You might have to be older to get that. There was a McDonald's character named Grimace. For those of you that are younger, nobody probably even knows who that is. There you go. Adobe, yeah, Control, yeah, good, I like that. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious this year. Okay, there you go. Nice work, Target. I don't play that game enough to know if that was even appropriate or if I should have shown that.
That's okay.
I don't know. Then Domino's Pizza. Yeah, crusty. Lexus. That's a good one. Good one, Lexus. T-Mobile, hindsight. That says skip.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, in binary. That's just skip. We'll skip the year. Whole Foods Market. There you go. Grammarly, edit.
Oh,
yeah.
good company.
0 out of 5 stars. I like that one. Okay, Pandora. Joke's already taken. Altoids, nice. I don't know. I don't get that either. That may have been inappropriate.
I don't know.
I don't even know what that. Okay, good. I don't know. I just realized that I had not taken that out. I meant to check with somebody. I'm just not a gamer. I just don't have time. Zoom, this one's good. My 3 favorites. These are my 3 favorites, and I think they're all appropriate. Zoom is unstable. I was panicking as I was going through going, I think I forgot to take some of these out. YouTube, unsubscribe, and I think the best one, the one that many of us, at least those of us in the back of the room, can all relate to, the best one, yeah, ouch.
Well done.
All right, there we go. That was good. So that was 2020 in a single year. We have some other pictures later on. You're going to get a chance to help us out in just a minute. But we're going to move on. Again, I should write down the order. I don't know what's next. Mike, what's next? I'll find out. Oh, here we go. All right, very good. We're going to play Would You Rather, the Holly Jolly edition.
Okay.
Okay, and so I don't know. We're going to need, we got a mic right up here. Hope, are you in the room? Hope, come on up. We're going to get Hope Hutchins, everybody. Come on up, Hope. Hope is just always so entertaining to interview and to chat. And Hope actually gave me a Christmas gift that is one of my favorites. It is my very own Emmett Otter's Jug Band Christmas face mask. If anybody in here has not seen Emmett Otter's Jug Band Christmas, do yourself a favor and watch it this Christmas and then call my children and tell them that you actually enjoyed it. Okay. So the Would You Rather Holly Jolly edition. Now the way to do this is we're going to get a middle schooler and a high schooler to come up and help us out. And we're going to trade out middle schoolers and high schoolers. So to start us off, let's get a middle school girl and a high school guy. Raise your hand if you're a middle school girl and you're willing to participate. Okay, let's start with Campbell. Come on up. And you're going to pick, hey, you can pick somebody else. Okay, in a minute you're going to pick somebody else. All right, and then we need a high school guy. We need a high school guy. Landon, come on up. All right, so you're going to answer the first couple. Hope, you're just going to interview them when you share yours. We're going to all share that mic, but just be careful. Don't get it too close, everybody. And then we're going to, we'll let you answer as well. We're going to go quickly, and then we're going to change out. And so you'll pick a middle school boy, and you'll pick a high school girl, and we'll swap it out, okay? All right. It took a long time to explain the rules of this game. But would you rather? All right, would you rather get a lot of small presents or get one big present? Okay, so 1 is going to be on the left side of the screen, 2 is on the right side, okay? So would you rather get a lot of small presents or one big present? I know you're all, don't worry about the specifics. You're like, what is the really big present? Like if it were a Lamborghini, then maybe I'd like that. But we're just talking a reasonable object or items that your parents might get.
What is reasonable?
I don't know. I don't know.
It's all relative.
I'm going with a lot of small presents. I want a lot of small presents. Hey, Blake, what about you?
Ooh, if it's like if it's like Power Rangers or something like that, you get a lot of small presents and then stack them all together to make one big present. So I'm going with 1.
That was a great explanation. All right, Landon, we're going to go fast. Go.
I'd get one big present.
One big present. What would you hope that one big present would be?
Selfish? Maybe. Okay. Actually, my parents asked me that this year. I don't know.
Oh, they actually posed it to you as a real choice.
Yeah, they did.
Oh, wow.
I have no clue.
Okay. All right. Very good. Campbell, what do you got?
One big present.
One big present. What would you hope it would be?
Probably a phone.
A phone? That's a. You mean like a big phone, or is a really nice phone? Is a one big present?
Just a phone.
That would be. It's a big deal. All right,
a dial phone.
All right, Hope, what do you got?
Definitely a lot of small presents.
Why do you say definitely?
I don't really know.
This is why we brought Hope. All right. So what's a present that you got? What's the most recent small present you got not for Christmas, but birthday, anything that's like, this is a really cool small present?
Miss Abby Rosser, she got me a mask that has slots and candy canes on it.
Oh, very nice. Okay, very good. Mask. See, how many of you have already gotten a mask as a gift this Christmas? Seems to be a pretty popular gift. Well, actually, no, because only 2 people raised their hand when I asked that question. But me and Hope and Chamberlain. All right. Next one here. Would you rather have to loudly sing the chorus of Jingle Bells every time you walked into a room for a week, or have to wear a Santa suit to school every day for a week? You said that's easy. What would you have to do?
I'd wear the Santa Claus suit to school every day.
Okay. All right, Blake.
Santa suit. It's saving eardrums.
Okay. All right. Campbell.
Probably sing Jingle Bells.
Sing Jingle Bells. Okay. All right. Very good.
Santa suit.
Okay. Why is that? Well, you answered that very quickly.
I don't think I'd want to sing Jingle Bells very loudly.
Who wants to sing? Who's going to sing Jingle Bells every time you? I want to look around and see who these people are that would love to sing Jingle. Okay. All right. Got it. Who's going to wear? I guess everybody else is going to wear the Santa suit. Okay. All right. Would you rather go ice skating or skiing? Ice skating or skiing? All for ice skating, raise your hands. All for skiing, raise your hands. Okay. I do not like ice skating. Would you rather drink hot chocolate in the summer or eat ice cream in the winter?
Oh, ice cream.
Ice cream in the winter.
Andes. Woo.
Yeah. Ice cream in the winter for me.
The snow monster? Man.
All right. Ice cream. Oh, wait, Lizzie, you want to chime in. What are you saying? Ice cream. Oh, yeah. So you were like, yeah, book it.
The snow monster.
Got it. Okay, very good. All right, somebody here share with us. What do you want? Any of you?
I do the ice cream in the winter.
Ice cream in the winter.
Ice cream.
Okay, it seems popular. Hope?
It's like coffee. I'd still drink iced coffee in the winter, so definitely ice cream.
Oh, very good. Okay, I like Hope's detailed response.
She was about to say
You guys
iced
go
hot
pick somebody
chocolate.
from your grade that is the other gender, okay? So if you'll find somebody else, and then we'll get another. Okay, come on up. Come on up. All right. Okay, very good. Well, all right. I think we messed up our rules. I should have taken longer to explain them. Would you rather watch Home Alone or Christmas Vacation, Blake?
Well, we're going to see it, so Home Alone.
Okay, all right. What do you got?
Home Alone.
Home Alone.
Christmas Vacation.
Okay. Hope?
Home Alone.
Yeah, I like both movies. I definitely would rather watch Home Alone. Home Alone? Christmas Vacation. Wow. Okay. Would you rather be at home on Christmas and get lots of presents, or go to Disneyland for Christmas and not get any presents? That's a tough one, but I think I'm going to go. I mean, you're going to have other Christmases, right? Or are they talking about every Christmas from now on? I don't want to be at Disneyland every Christmas from now on, but this Christmas, sure, I'll go to Disneyland and not get any presents. How many are saying Disneyland? Okay, and what about be at home and get lots of presents? Okay, all right. What do you guys got?
Be at home.
Be at home?
Be at home.
Okay. Nobody wants to go to Disneyland?
I'm going to Disneyland.
I want to
good.
go to Disneyland.
Oh,
I've been
good.
at
I'll get my own
that's been
gifts.
one of my Christmas presents before, like being at Disney at Christmas.
Me
Right,
too.
right. I mean, good. Okay.
I
All right,
celebrated
let's
my
do, would
8th
you rather
birthday.
eat candy canes or drink hot chocolate? I'm definitely hot chocolate. Definitely hot chocolate.
Candy canes.
Who here's picking candy canes over hot chocolate?
Hot chocolate is a sad excuse for coffee. Every
Put your
time I
hand
think
down.
it's supposed to be coffee, and it's just hot chocolate.
Maybe that's true. I don't know. I've never had a cup of coffee, but I don't think eating a candy cane just is. I just don't. it's
Yeah,
not
but have you
enjoyable.
put well, you haven't had coffee. You put candy cane in
Yeah,
coffee?
you can put it, yeah,
Woo!
you can do that. All right.
Now we're talking.
Would you rather be allowed to only eat fruitcake for 2 days, or be allowed to only eat candy canes for 2 days? What's it with all the candy cane? I didn't edit this game very well. Who's going to only eat candy canes for 2 days? Chamberlain, you love candy canes. Do what? Okay. All right. Very good. What do you got? What do y'all got?
I don't know. I've never had fruitcake before, so I guess I have to say candy canes.
Okay. All right. Yeah. If you've never had, you're not missing much.
I haven't had fruitcake either, so candy canes.
I want to see a video where Gannon eats fruitcake for the first time.
I mean, if it were like angel cake, and then they had like strawberries on it.
Angel cake.
What's
like
it called?
Angel food cake.
Angel food cake. I was afraid that I almost said angel hair cake,
Okay,
and
well,
I knew
first,
that wasn't a
wait,
thing.
Blake.
So I got really flustered.
No, that's pasta.
Yeah, that's what I
First
thought.
of all, Blake, I think you misunderstand the would you rather game. Blake's like, would you rather? Well, now, if it were angel food cake with strawberries
That's what I'm
on
saying.
it,
Like, if,
yeah, I'd want that.
But
that's not how the game works.
But again, fruitcake is relative, right? Like that could be fruitcake to some people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not sure why they show a kiwi. Is that a kiwi or a fig? What is that?
Kiwi.
Okay, good. I don't want to eat a kiwi. All right. Would you rather have tinsel for hair or have fingertips that light up like Christmas lights?
What is?
It's like the sparkly.
What do you got?
Oh.
My hair's already pretty bright, so I have to say fingertips. That'd be
Okay,
ET.
Okay, Gannon.
What are tinsels?
Tinsel is the shiny silver stuff that you hang on the Christmas tree.
Yeah, I'd have to go with the lights.
Okay. All right.
Definitely the light up fingers. I
Now
don't know.
Blake's like, well, if my fingertips were like
No.
$100 bills,
Well,
now that I would rather have that.
That's far-fetched. I would definitely do fingertips that light up like Christmas lights.
Okay.
Because have you seen those things where people do that and they like make a show out of it? I'll show you later. It's really cool. I'm just saying.
No, I have not
I'm
seen
just
that.
saying.
All right. Hope.
It is really
what
awesome.
would you rather have?
The light up fingers.
Okay. All right. Very good. Hey, let's have you all go back and find somebody. Hey, let's get Niana. Will you help us out here? Yeah. All right. Yeah. Bring her on. You can have a seat, and then hey, let's get another guy. Where's a high school guy? Justin Turner. Come on up. Okay. All right. Here's the would you rather. Would you rather receive socks for Christmas or a dictionary for Christmas? Socks or a dictionary? All right. I'm gonna go with socks. I want socks. What do you want?
Socks. Wool socks.
Justin, what do you want?
That's not even a question. Socks.
Okay, socks. Niana, socks or a dictionary?
Socks.
Okay. What kind of socks you want?
Like Christmas socks.
Do you have special socks with fun characters and things?
Not as of right now.
Okay. Well, we have to see if we can change that. All right. Hope, what do you like?
Socks for sure.
Okay. All right. Very good. Let's see the next one here. Would you rather? We already did that one. Would you rather build a snow fort? That looks like a snow volcano. Or
Would you rather build Mount Everest?
Would you rather build a snow fort or would you rather build a snowman or a snow person? A snow fort, Hope, snowman or snow fort?
Well, when we had like 2 inches of snow when I was little, I've tried to build a snow fort with a Tupperware container. And like,
Wait, you tried to build a snow fort with what?
A Tupperware container.
You tried to build a snow fort with a Tupperware
Yeah,
container?
like an igloo, and like you put the snow in it and like pack it down, and then you just flip it over. It's like a sandcastle but with snow.
Oh, okay.
And it doesn't work, so a snowman.
Okay, snowman. All right, Niana, a snow fort or a snowman?
Snow fort, because then I can hide from my brothers.
Okay, all right, very good. Good reason. Justin, what do you got?
I'm gonna go with snow fort.
Okay, all right, let's do one more. Would you rather live in a giant gingerbread house or ride in Santa's sleigh? Is this even really a question? Is this even a question? Would you rather live in a giant gingerbread house or ride in Santa's sleigh? How is this even a question? Hope, what do you got?
I don't like planes very much, so definitely a gingerbread house.
Okay, all right, it's fair. It's fair enough. Niana, what would you like? Sleigh
Santa-
or gingerbread house?
Santa's sleigh. Why is that even a question?
Yeah, right. Yeah, right. Good. Okay, Justin.
That's a tough one. I'd probably go with riding Santa's sleigh because I'd probably eat the gingerbread house.
Justin said he'd rather ride in Santa's sleigh because he'd probably eat the gingerbread house. All right, that's good. Best answer so far. Blake, what do you got?
I don't know. It rains a lot here, so probably not a gingerbread house. I ride Santa's sleigh. Maybe he'll let me fly it at some point. Like, give me a pointer.
Yeah, I'd rather ride in Santa's sleigh thing. All right, gingerbread house, anybody? Raise your hand. Gingerbread house, Santa's sleigh. All right, very good. There you go. All right, that's our Would You Rather game. Give everybody a big hand for participating. Thank you all very much. Y'all can have a seat. Good job. There's a lot of choices. A lot of choices we have to make. Okay, so the good news is all of the pray days have now been claimed.
They have. They've
all been
They're
claimed.
We're prayed for the rest of the year.
The challenging news is we don't know who took all of the cards from Sunday because they took them and never told us they took them.
We listened to your sermon, but we didn't listen to the instructions at the end of the sermon. So
yeah, that's the way.
I was left worshiping while everybody was grabbing cards. So we have no idea who grabbed them, but they're praying for you.
If you grabbed one or you know who did,
let us
know. We just hope they mail the card into us. That's going to be a great.
I think they will.
That'll be a great thing to see if they mail those into us. But so the pray days are all taken care of. Here are the folks that prayed for us this past week. These are the folks that prayed for us this week. The first one there is my mom. She prayed on her birthday.
Oh,
and
happy birthday.
Here are the other days. The 6th was claimed and the 8th was claimed. We just don't exactly know who took them.
We need to send your mom an Abraham Lincoln Band-Aid. Do you think she'd want one?
I'm sorry, what?
We need to send your mom an Abraham Lincoln Band-Aid.
Yeah, good thing. Yeah, we'll send.
Well, there it is.
Okay, we'll send one to her. Mom, this is coming to you. It's okay. I have another 10. We'll send this to my mom. So, and then where is Reese? Reese, your sister was baptized, right? Last night? Oh, very good. Let's give a big hand for Reese's sister Riley, who was baptized. That's awesome. And so all the pray days are taken, and there they are, and we're looking forward to that. In just a moment, this is the first Wednesday of the month, at least that we've gathered like this. And so Sharon Thornhill is going to be waiting at home with her phone, and that's her number. If you want to text her any prayer requests, this is the night to do it. And so she's like, hey, I hadn't gotten any in a while. So all you got to do is send one. Again, you don't have to explain a lot of details. You can just say, pray for my friend and put a name in, or pray for this, or you don't have to give your name. But take a few moments to do that. While we're letting you do that, we want to share a really, really cool story with you. Adam Bryson, come on up, Adam. Let's give a hand to Adam Bryson. Adam, you are the principal at John Pittard Elementary. Is that right?
That is correct.
Did I say the name of the school correctly?
John Pittard Elementary. Yep.
Okay. I don't put you on the spot. What can you tell us about John Pittard?
So, well, a few of y'all went to John Pittard,
This isn't a cool story.
Raise your hand if you went to John Pittard. The Rosser girls, yeah. So it's a great school. So my school is right down the street, right? You guys passed it. It's across from Oakland and next to Oakland Middle.
Hey, hold the mic up a little bit more.
Okay. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, we got it.
All right. We have like 800 kids. About 60% of my students are on free and reduced lunch. So, we're talking about a large group of kids that, don't always know where their next meal will be. That's kind of what that equates to me. So, and it's a very diverse school. It's a wonderful school.
So you were here Monday night or Tuesday?
Sure. Yeah, Monday. So
of the toy drive.
Yeah. So yeah, I was. Mm-hmm.
This interview is going really well so far.
It's great. I'm gonna take over real quick.
It's like trivia question. He got it right. You got it right. You were here Monday night.
So I talked to David on Sunday, and I just said, it was really impactful to watch you guys loving on my students. He said, well, y'all come up and talk. So I said, okay. So the past 2 years, I've come on John Pittard's day, right? Like they're always the first day. This past day, it was snowing and like a winter wonderland, but it's just really fun to watch. Because I love my students more than y'all could imagine, and I love you guys. And to watch my church family loving on my school family is huge. And so I wanted to just share because I don't think you guys get what you're doing when you're doing it. I don't think you get how impactful it is to this community. Right down the street, y'all, there's a lot of poverty. It's easy to forget sometimes, but I see it a lot on a daily basis. And I think when I watch, it's like this rush, especially this year because they couldn't stay. It was like this rush of grab a kid, walk them around, get presents, and then they leave. And you guys don't get to experience the car ride home when they're talking with their parents or when they're at school the next day sharing with their friends. So I want to share a quick story with you guys because I think you need to hear it. Do you want to keep interviewing me?
No, absolutely, okay. Yeah. I've not even heard the story. I just heard that you had some things to say that your students share with you.
Yeah, so I came Monday. So Tuesday I did it, and I'm going to be very careful, and if I say the kid's name, just ignore it. But I'm going to try to say Johnny. That's not his name. But Tuesday I did a home visit for a family that I've been trying to help out for over 2 years now. They don't have a lot. And so I went and was doing a home visit at their home, and it's sad, man. They didn't have anything. And I keep trying to help, but you can't make people let you help, right? So I was like, just let me buy you a bed. I'll go to Walmart right now. What size bed do you want? No, we don't need your help, Mr. Bryson. Thank you. I was like, Let's go get some food. What do we need? We don't need, we're fine, Mr. Bryson. I said, I respect it, that they didn't want my help. That's cool. But I was like, all right, that's fine. I said, do me this favor. And this is Tuesday of last week. I said, my church, North Boulevard Church of Christ, is right down the street. They're having a toy, what do we call it, a toy drive?
Yeah, well, we call them our very special Christmas parties.
They're having a very special Christmas party. Go up there and at least get toys for your kids. Will you do that for me? She said, we'll think about it. So I didn't think anything about it. I went home or went back to school. Well, the kid that impacted me that I want to share with is a kid that's got it tough. Like, he's got a tough life, and he doesn't have a lot. And one of the things he does have is this nasty black coat, right? And it's his security blanket. Like, he wears it winter, summer, spring, fall. Like, he wears it every day, inside, outside. It's literally a security for him. And you can imagine why he might need that, but I think y'all are smart. So he wears that coat every day. And it's nasty. It smells. It's got rips. But anyways, he likes it, and it is what it is. Every day when he walks in, I greet all the kids. If you used to be, when I was at MTCS, I loved to do it. I love greeting kids in the morning, so I greet them when they come in. And when he comes in, I'm always trying to pep him up, like, how you doing, man? Let's have a good day and whatnot. And he always just looks tired, hungry, and worn out. It was how I'd describe him. But Wednesday, it was different. My little buddy came walking in, and typically I got to ask him, hey, how's your day going? I give him a hug. He came running up to me. He goes, Mr. Bryson, I got a new red coat. And he starts kind of shaking his head, and he's got, y'all, it was almost like he was like shining. I've never seen him like that, and I've known him for 2 years. I was like, really, man, tell me, what is up with this coat? He was like, Mr. Bryson, last night, I went to the most amazing place. And I was like, and I knew where he went, but I played dumb. I was like, where'd you go, buddy? I went to the North Pole. And I'm like, really? Like, we're not doing a good, no, I was going to make a joke, wrong time. So he's like, yeah, I went to the North Pole. I was like, tell me about it. He was like, Santa was there. I think Olaf was there. And they let us get presents, but Mr. Bryson, I got a new coat. And I was like, show him. So he's showing me all the zippers and the straps. And he gives me a big hug, and I watch him skip down the hallway with his brand new coat. Well, 20 minutes later, his teacher came up, and she goes, Mr. Bryson, you got to come check out little Johnny. He's got a brand new coat, and he keeps telling us about it. I was like, oh, I'm glad. I've already seen his new coat. And literally, this is all true. An hour later, his teacher from last year was like, hey, go see little Johnny. He's so excited about this brand new coat. I was like, I've seen it. It's a good coat. And for the past week, because that was a week ago, that's all this boy's talked about is this coat. I'm going to tell you this. He could care less about the toys he got. His most prized possession is this bright red coat that y'all gave him. And so, like, when I think about it, like, what impact are you guys having? And when you're asking, like, how can we be the hands of Jesus? Man, how can you be the hands of Jesus? Give a little boy who doesn't have anything a brand new coat. That becomes the most important thing in his life, and you've been the hands of Jesus, okay? So I just want to say this. I want to say thank you for loving these kids. And know this, like, you just planted a seed in that little boy's life. Like, he's going to remember that he went to some church down the road that he didn't know anybody at, and they gave him a brand new coat. And that coat means more to him than anything you guys own. I promise you that. So thank you for that. That's all I got.
Hey, thanks for what you're doing every day with those students. And I did not know the whole story. I just knew one of your students had fun at the party. That's all I knew. And that's really, really cool. So let's thank Adam Bryson. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Thanks, Adam. No, I never have. Adam walks away. He's like, you've never had coffee before? No, I've not had coffee. Lay off. I just think it's great for you all. And I told Adam, I said, Adam, our students don't need to be thanked. They don't need to be told what a great job you did. The purpose of him being here is to remind you of how important it is to do what you did. And it really felt like maybe it was just 4 nights of parties for you all, but it was such a bigger deal. It was awesome. That's a really cool story. We're going to take a moment and we're going to spend some time worshiping. Before we do that, I want to show a commercial that I think illustrates what you all did. And I meant to show it maybe before we brought him up to share that. But this is Chick-fil-A puts out a commercial every year that is always kind of cool. And I really enjoy whoever is doing their advertising is really good at storytelling. We showed you one last year. You remember about the kid that went into the clock shop. And so you'll see a reference to that. They kind of show that often to the side in this commercial. But this is this year's version. Some of you may have already seen it. But as we get ready to worship, this is a reminder of how God used you to do exactly what's talked about in this commercial. Let's watch this. Those that are helping us sing, go ahead and get in place, and we'll worship the Lord together after we watch this. That's what you did this past week, was that you provided a spark for Johnny, who my guess is going to do something special for somebody else, who will then do something special for somebody else. So keep up the amazing work that you're doing. We're going to spend some time in worship. And if you would like to be prayed with or prayed for or prayed over, some of our students are on a prayer team. If you are willing to do that, if you guys will stand up, guys and girls will stand up. Any of these students that you see standing up, if you would like to have one of them pray with you or for you, you can just go and find them in the back of the room. Whether you're a guest, whether you're an adult, a college student, a middle schooler, or high schooler, they'll say a prayer with you, and we're all going to worship together for a few moments before we jump into God's Word. If you're joining us again at home, we want to welcome you. Feel free to listen along, worship along. Let's all stand together, and if you want to pray, find somebody back there. He says, peace, peace, peace still. Lifts his hands, peace, peace still. Like a child, the winds obey him. When he says, peace, peace, our transgressions from us. Hallelujah. As the east is from the west, so far as the evening removed, our transgressions from us. Hallelujah. And we all say together, amen. Once again, we're glad to have you with us. We know that tonight we're meeting for the last time officially for True North in 2020. Next week will be our Journeys in Community Living Drive-By Parade. That's on the 16th. On the 23rd, we will not be meeting, nor will we be meeting on the 30th here in this space. So this is our last time. Rather than start a new series, I am excited about a series we're going to start in January. And we're looking forward to a new year. Who knows what the new year is going to bring, but I'm excited. Already been working on a series that we're going to start in January. So rather than start that tonight, I wanted to kind of do a one-off that was both holiday themed, that could be light and lighthearted, could also be deep, was also tied to Scripture, and also connected to the year that we've all faced. So that's kind of a tough order to try to tackle all 5 of those things. And I don't know if we'll succeed, but we're going to do our best. But before we do that, we're going to play a little game. Mike, the slide is the slide that's next, the beginning slide of this little game. Okay, want to make sure. I want to get, let's have our seniors battle this out. So if we can get our senior guys to come stand on this side of me over here, our senior girls to come stand on this side of me right over here. And we've got, Blake, do you still have your mic? Are you still holding your mic? Do you take it back up there? Okay, grab that one. Yeah, would you mind? Can somebody run and grab? Hey, Kendall, would you run and grab a mic from Mike Jones? Kendall saying, would you go, or Hallie? Going to grab a mic from Mike there. We're going to start it. Let's make sure that it's turned on, and let's give the. We're going to start with the guys. We're going to work our way down. Now, before we play the game, I think there's actually some pictures before we get to the game. But I want to do a little deal that I call You've Heard of Elf on the Shelf. How many of you have an elf on the shelf at your house? Anybody have? How many of you had an elf on a shelf at your house? Okay, all right, very good. So I want to show a couple of pictures. Now, parents, those of you watching back home, I am going to be I'll be very sensitive in how I address this. So there shouldn't be any big worries. But I gave you a heads up in a text message. If you didn't get that text message, just know that we're going to talk a little bit about the elf on a shelf tonight. So that's all you need to know, but we should be okay. So you may be seeing the elf, like here's somebody's elf. I love this. This is the elf climbing wall. That's pretty good. We'll get to the game in just a minute. I forgot about some other pictures. Then we have this one here. That elf's up to no good. You know, the elf, if you have an elf on the shelf, they basically come in and do, pretty crazy things at your house here. Here's one that's been captured by all of the Star Wars characters and is being held hostage there. Here is, wow, that's going over the top there. That's an elf that's been captured by a spider. Look, there's a Bob Ross elf on the shelf. They're there for some more happy little accidents. There we go. This is the elf with a little potty humor. Speaking of potty humor, I'm sorry, I couldn't resist. This one's great. It's free reindeer poop. I really should apologize for the next one. I probably should have even included it. I'm feeling a little bad. Mike's able to see these ahead of time. Can I show it, Mike? Yeah, okay. All right. Well, here's the next one. So there you go. I'll just move on quickly. I probably should. This is, anybody know what's going on here?
Peas on earth.
Yeah, very good. Peas on earth. That elf is wanting peas on earth. So there you go. This is, that's, Elsa got a hold of that one. Okay. So, one of my favorite trends this year is the elf in quarantine. So the kid wakes up and they're like, sorry, the elf can't do anything for 14 days. So looks like, there you go, he's off the hook. Okay, so we're going to play a game with the seniors called You've Heard of Elf on the Shelf. All right, I'm going to show you a picture. Now, Nolan, Caroline, you're going to go first. You're the first person to say got it. You cannot get help from anybody behind you. All right. If I hear it, shout it out. You can't shout it out. You can play at home, play along, but only the people with the microphone can guess. And you need to say, I got it, okay? Not the answer. You say, I got it. And I'll call on you or Caroline, okay? If you know this is not an elf on a shelf, here's the first one. And I don't even know that I have enough for every senior to participate because we got a lot of seniors up here. But let's try this. Here's the first one. All right? This one's tough. This one's tough. If you know what this is, we're not going to, you got to.
I got it.
Oh, you got it. Okay, what do you think this is?
Santa on Fanta.
This is Santa on a Fanta. Very good. Nice job. Good job. All right, guys, you got 1 point. Can you help keep up with the score? All right, pass the mic to the next person. When you're done, you can probably have a seat. I don't know how many of these there are, but I think you can have a seat or go to the end of the line. All right, here's the next one. You all ready? Here's the next one. Yell, got it when you got it. What is, oh, there you go. That's the answer. What exactly is this?
Got it.
What is it?
Crock on a clock. Oh, that's not a clock. I'm dumb. What's that called? Yeah, I
Okay.
Got it. Crock on a lock.
That is a crock on a lock. All right, very good. It was close. All right, it's now 2-0. The guys are, come on, ladies. All right, here we go. We ready? This one's going to be a battle, Samuel and Molly. All right, here's your next one. Go. What is this?
got it.
Okay, I believe I heard Samuel first. I'm not playing favorites, Molly. Trust me, Molly, I'm not playing favorites. I think I heard this. What is it?
Drake on a cupcake.
Okay, yeah, this is Drake on a cupcake. All right, very good. All right, we've got another one here. It's now 3-0. Ladies, you can still catch up. Here's your picture. Get ready. What is this?
Got it.
Okay, what is it?
Vader on a tater.
It is Vader on a tater. All right, very good. It's now 3-1. 3-1. All right, here we go. You all ready? Here we go. And here's your picture.
Got it.
Okay, what is it?
Dwight on a Sprite.
That is. It's Dwight on a Sprite. We got it. It's now 3-2. The girls are making a comeback. All right, here we go. We ready? Oh, we were just one away from this being a really interesting battle here. But no. Let's go ahead. We don't want to cause a problem. All right, you ready? Here's your picture. Look, watch carefully.
Got it.
All right, what is it?
Oh, wait, no.
I don't know it.
I had it and I didn't.
This one's tougher than you would think. I thought I had this one, but all right, you don't have it? You don't have it? Girls don't have it? Okay, we're not, no points, but girls, what do you got, Caroline? It is Prancer on a Dancer.
Is Prancer a reindeer?
Yeah, Prancer's a reindeer.
Oh, okay.
Where have you been?
All the rest of them.
What do you celebrate at your house? All right, here we go. Next picture, y'all ready? It's 3-2. All right, you ready?
Yeah.
Here we go. Here's your picture. Oh, this one's tough. This one's tough. There's people back there that are getting this one. People back there are getting it. This one's really tough. Nobody's got it? All right, who's got it back there? Who wants to take a stab at it? Hey, Merv Wittenberg, what is it? LeBron's Fonz. All right. You could have lined up everybody in this room and said, who's going to get it? And Merv, I'm sorry to say, I think you would have been down near the end. I'm very impressed. It wasn't that. I'm just very impressed. Merv, my respect for Merv just went up several notches. All right, we're going to go to the next one, so let's pass it on. Pass it on down. Give them a chance. All right, here we go. I have no idea how many. Mike, would you just yell out last one when we get to the last one for me? All right, here we go. Here we go. Here's your picture.
I don't know what those things are.
Well, this one's tough.
Oh.
I will say that I did get this one. But it's tough.
Oh, got it.
Oh, you got it? What do you think it is?
Among Us on a fungus.
It is Among Us on a nice job. Nice job. Way to go. All right, very good. Among Us on a fungus. We got a couple more, I think. Maybe. All right, here we go. All right, I'll hit Kendall. Get ready. Here's your picture. Go.
Got it.
You got it. What is it?
DeVito on a Dorito.
DeVito on a Dorito. Very nice. Okay. All right. Here we go.
Oh, we're going again.
We're back. Okay, it's 5. Guys, it's 5-2. Yeah. Now, come on. Now, Taylor, you're wearing the jersey of a champion, so you got to get this one right. Here's your picture. Here's the picture.
Got it.
Oh.
Oh, wait. Oh, shoot.
I'll
Jack Black on flapjacks.
Okay, yeah. Jack Black on a flapjack, or it's actually Jack Black on a stack, but we'll count Jack Black on a flapjack. All right, girls, I think it's impossible now for the girls to come back. But is there one more, 2 more, Mike? Can you tell? All right, keep going. Here we go. Here's your picture. Here's your picture. What is it?
Oh, I got it.
Oh, he's got it. What is it?
Obama on a llama.
Yeah, okay, Obama on a llama. That's easy. The guys are running away with it. Let's keep going. Here we go. Picture. There we go.
Got it.
Oh.
I had my hand up. Please,
Well,
please.
the rules were to say got it. You had to say got it, but he may get it wrong, Caroline. What do you
Spock
got?
on the rock.
Okay, very good. You got it. That's Spock on the rock. Okay. All right, let's keep going. 3 more. There's 3 more left. Okay. These next 3 are worth 2 points apiece. The next 3 are worth 2 points apiece. So, girls, if you get them all, they might come close. You ready? You ready? Here we go. Here's your picture.
Oh, got it.
She's got it. She's got it. What is it?
Swift on a gift.
Swift on a gift. They got 2 points. The girls now have 2 points. So what? I don't care. Okay, it's 4 to 8. Okay. Oh, if they get these next 2 right, then it could be a tie. All right, here we go. All right, Molly and Chance, here's your picture.
Oh.
Got it.
Okay.
Oh, I got it.
He says that he's got it. What is it?
Jimmy Fallon on a gallon.
Do what?
Jimmy Fallon on a gallon.
Say it louder.
Jimmy Fallon on a
He
gallon.
got it right. It's Fallon on a gallon. All right. I believe that's it, but we do have one more picture. We'll give you a chance to redeem yourself.
I need to redeem myself.
All right, here we go. Last one, guys. Here we go. And for 2 points, what is this? This
Got it.
Oh,
got it.
wow. That was really tough.
Is it
What
chrome
is
on a gnome or gnome on a chrome?
Okay, either way, it is chrome on a gnome. All right, give them all a big hand. Good job, guys. Y'all have a seat. Nice job. Nice job. That was good. I think that's how we play Elf on a Shelf. Okay. So I asked for permission to share this story, and so it's one of our stories that we tell in our house. Years ago, we have an elf at our house. Our elf's name is Jovi, and so you know the rules. You're not supposed to touch the elf. The elf moves around, but you're not supposed to touch the elf. If you touch the elf, maybe the rules are different in your house. What happens? Raise your hand, somebody. Tell me what happens when you touch the elf. Gannon? Yeah, it loses its magic. And so you don't touch the elf. So our elf, Jovi, had knitted herself an ugly Christmas sweater. And so Jovi was on the Christmas tree. Lila was probably in 1st or 2nd grade. I don't remember, but and I was talking to a former coworker, and we're showing them decorations around our house. And so she said, "I want to see your decorations." We're showing, and then we're like, "Here's our tree," and oh, who is that? And on the tree, they were like, "Oh, that's our elf on a shelf. That's Jovi." So my friend Sarah said, "Oh, I want to see Jovi." Well, Daisy, my oldest daughter, for those who are visiting and don't know my family, Daisy goes, "Oh, I'll give you a better look." And she walked over and grabbed Jovi off the tree and said, "Here," and showed her. And Lila was standing in the kitchen there with her stuff getting ready to go to school. And I can't begin to model for you the look on Lila's face. And Daisy was like, "See, she made a sweater." And Lila it looks horrified. And Lila said, she starts backing away, and she says, You touched her. And Daisy goes, "What?" And then Daisy realizes, and I'm standing there holding my phone, and Annabelle is getting ready for school. Annabelle stops, Melissa stops, and we just all kind of freeze. And Lila, a torrential flood of moisture begins to flow from her face, and she's just like, You touched her. And Sarah's like, "What?" And Daisy's like, "No, I didn't," and throws her back on the tree. And Lila is devastated. And Sarah's like, I said, "Sarah, got to go." And I hang the phone up. And Lila just like sits on a chair and just kind of collapses on the table, and she's overwhelmed. And Daisy's like, "Oh." And I said, "Honey, it's going to be okay. Lila, it's going to be okay." And Lila looks at me like, "It's going to be okay? Do you have any idea what just happened?" And she didn't say those words. The look on her face just said, and I said, "It's going to be fine. It's going to be okay." And she could not get control of herself. I had to take her to school. We got in the car. She finally got under control, and she said, "She touched her. She touched Jovi." I said, she didn't mean to. And Lila, what you don't understand is that it's going to be okay. Like we get one free pass. No, it doesn't work that way. Lila just kept saying, Dad, it doesn't work that way. And I said, baby, it's going to be okay. But Dad, how do you know? And I said, I just know that it's going to be okay. But Jovi's not going to do anything tomorrow. She's going to do something amazing tomorrow. How do you know? How do you know? I said, baby, I just know. I just know that she's going to. Because you're going to have to trust me. And so we drive to school, and she just sits there, and several times on the way to school, Lila, it was so sweet, she just is sitting in the back seat of the car, and she says, Dad, how do you know? And I said, baby, I just know. We got to the school line. I was going to just drop her off to let her walk out, but I thought I can't do that, so I parked. And I'm going to walk her to the door, and I get out of the car, and I opened the door and got out, and I said, I just need you to trust me that it's going to be okay. And she said, but do you promise? And I said, baby, I promise. And I'm telling you, I've never been more sure of a promise ever in my life than that promise. I'm not sure of all of my promises, and I can't always guarantee things, but I said, baby, I just know. And she's walking up to the steps of McFadden. She gets to the steps. She turns back around, and I'm like, I got it. It's going to be good. And sure enough, the next day, all was forgiven. Jovi did something spectacular and crazy, and Lila was like, Dad, you knew. You really knew. How did you know? And I just said, Lila, I just knew everything was going to be okay. Now, that story is something we laugh a lot about because there are few times in my life that my children are going to hurt, and I'm going to be absolutely certain that I can do something that will make it better. Is everybody tracking with me? There are a few times that they're going to. Now, sometimes they may hurt with something, and I'm like, I can take care of this. No, I lost this. We'll find it, and then we find it. Or, there's no way I'm never going to pass this test, and we're going to study, and then they pass. There are some things we can do something about. Some things I won't be able to do anything about. But never in my life have I been driving in my car with my child and wanted so badly to just, I couldn't even really convey to her how okay it was going to be. As you know, I've spent a lot of time in Habakkuk over the past couple of months because God needed me to be there, not because He needed me to teach it to you. And Habakkuk asked this question over and over again, God, I don't see how this is going to be okay. Like this situation we're in, I don't know that it's going to be okay. And God said, it's going to be okay. You have to trust that it's going to be okay. And I recall Lila, as I'm going through Habakkuk, that image is so burned into my mind because I had never, I know it sounds silly, but I had never seen my child hurt that bad over something that was so hard for her to bear, that I knew we were going to be able to make better because we're just special friends with Jovi. And we're like, she's going to overlook this. Daisy did something that she should. Lila, Daisy's going to be put in timeout. You better believe that. No, that didn't happen. But I thought, it's going to be okay. And I thought, I am Lila in the sense that I go through life looking at God saying, God, are you looking at the same situation that I'm looking at? Because Lila's facial expression in our kitchen that day was one of complete, overwhelming sadness and defeat. And Scripture is full of story after story after story of people who said to God, how are you going to get us out of this? And God said, you've got to trust me. And the people aren't always willing to do that. I could tell that Lila did not want, she wanted to trust me, she just didn't have any idea how she could. Because the way that the world worked in her mind was so certain that there was no way this could be fixed. And within less than 24 hours, it was fixed. And Jovi has continued to do amazingly hilarious, crazy things over the years. And the look on Lila's face when she came downstairs the next day and whatever Jovi had done, it was like, I just wasn't expecting this to turn out like this. Now, you're like, why are you telling a story that is kind of a silly story? I do want to direct your attention to one passage of Scripture. I don't have it on the screen, but if you would open your Bibles, if you've got a Bible, and I don't mind if you have a device that you want to use as a Bible, but if you can open your Bible to Hebrews chapter 11. Now, when I just said turn in your Bible to Hebrews chapter 11, some radar should have gone off in some of your minds. What word went off in your mind before you even opened it? Was there something that went off? Caroline, you said it like an alarm bell went off in your mind. What was it? The word faith. Why did that alarm bell go off with this particular passage?
Because it's all about faith, and the faith different characters had.
For those that couldn't hear and for those listening at home, she said it's a chapter that's all about faith. And it is. I didn't count it, but I don't know that you can see very well, but I just circled all of the times that it says by faith. And it mentions character after character after character. And it just goes through and mentions them. Really quickly, I'm not going to read the whole chapter. I'm not even going to read a lot of the chapter, but I want to look at the very first part. But before I do, I want to direct your attention to Hebrews chapter 10. And would you just look back up at verse 38, and would somebody read out loud? I know people at home won't be able to hear, but just read out loud verse 38. Who's got a voice that can read out loud for us? All right, Garrison, go for it. Verse 38.
Hebrews 10.
Yeah, Hebrews 10, verse 38.
And but my righteous one will live by faith, and I take no pleasure in the one who shrinks back.
All right, read one more time.
But my righteous one will live by faith.
Okay, stop right there. Does that sound familiar to anybody? If you've been here for the past couple of weeks, somebody raise your hand and tell me why that should sound familiar to you. Please, somebody get this question right. Isaac. Say it again. He's the Hebrew writer, whoever that is, we're not certain who wrote Hebrews, is quoting Habakkuk. And they're saying the righteous will live by faith. And then we get into chapter 11. Would you just look at the first part of chapter 11? There is a reason. We're going to land this plane here, but I want you to see this. Now, faith is confidence in what we hope for and assurance about what we do not see. This is what the ancients were commended for. I'm going to go back and make sure you see that again. Faith is confidence in what we hope for and assurance about what we do not see. That word hope is not the word hope like, I hope we have pizza for dinner tonight, or I hope we get ice cream in the winter, at our house, or I hope that this movie is on TV tonight. I mean, that's a one use of the word hope, and it's fine. It's not about, oh man, I sure hope that we win the game, or I hope whatever you fill in the blank. It's a word that means so much more, that I'm going to take my hope, all of my anticipation, and I'm going to put it in something that I have confidence is going to happen. And I've got assurance about something that I do not see. When I get in my car today, I just have faith that my brakes are going to work on my car. I'm not really worried about that. Most of you will not even think about it. You just have a confidence that you can't see that your brakes are working. You don't know that they're going to work when you get in the car. You just have an assurance and a faith that they are going to work on your way home. Look at verse 3. By faith, we understand that the universe was formed at God's command, so that what is seen was not made out of what was visible. And then it goes down, and just by faith, and then somebody's name is put in there. So somebody just say one of the names. Kind of go in order. Somebody shout out one of the names. Abel. Another one. Give me another one. By faith. Noah. By faith. Abraham. By faith. Sarah. By faith. I heard Joseph. Somebody else. I heard Isaac. I heard Enoch. By faith, Moses. You turn the page, or at least in my Bible. By faith, the people passed through the Red Sea. By faith, the walls of Jericho fell. By faith, the prostitute Rahab, because she welcomed the spies, was not killed. He keeps on going. And then look at verse 39. Would you look at verse 39? These were all commended for their faith, yet none of them received what had been promised, since God had planned something better for us, so that only together with us would they be made perfect. I just want to think about the phrase that I showed during the Habakkuk series and during Sunday, this idea that God is nowhere or God is now here. Let's forget about Elf on the Shelf for just a minute. And they're a lot of fun, and they cause a lot of mischief, and have created a lot of great memories. But put that aside for just a moment. Some of you in the room tonight are in the midst of a situation where you say, I just don't know that God is still around. And like my daughter standing in the kitchen, you don't look, or maybe you're not crying like she did, probably not, but your heart is pouring out very much like hers, saying, I don't know if this can be fixed. And there are quite a few in the room, not just teenagers, by the way. There's older folks. I want to close with a story that I've shared before. And I want to let you know right now that the quote that I'm going to show you it's kind of a lengthy quote. It takes place over a couple of slides. Some of you have seen it before. But I beg you to hang with it. Whether you're a 7th grader or you're 77, I beg you to hang with it, because somebody in this room needs this quote. It's by Frederick Buechner. That's how you say his name. Somebody, I said, do you know who Buechner is? And they were like, oh, yeah. I was like, really? You know who Buechner is? And they said, yeah, he's that guy on the Muppet Show. I was like, no, that's Beaker. You're thinking of somebody else. Frederick Buechner is a theologian, and he wrote a book called Secrets in the Dark, and these were a collection of sermons. And I've told this story before, but I want to share it again, and you'll hear it probably every 3 or 4 years. And we're going to close tonight with this quote that comes from this sermon. Buechner says, let's imagine, and again, I apologize for those who are like, yeah, I've heard this, but there's some things worth rehearing. Buechner says, let's imagine that one night you went outside and it was dark and there were no lights around. You looked up at the skies, and when you looked up at the night sky, as some of us love to do, you saw the stars that formed this phrase in the heavens that said, I exist. You can imagine, just think for a second. I don't care if you are a Christian in here, if you've been a believer for a long time. I don't care if you're not a believer, or if you are, I care, but I'm saying it doesn't matter. Just imagine anybody in the room would probably take notice at this, and you would probably go in and tell somebody else. You'd say, would you come outside and look at this? You got to look at something. Somebody else would say, you go to a neighbor's house, you text somebody, have you been outside tonight? No, why not? Go outside right now. And the word would begin to spread. Talk about something going viral. Everybody would go and be looking up at the sky to see this message from God that says, I exist. Then you find out when you turn on CNN that they're seeing it in France, but it's written in French, or they see it in Mexico, but it's written in Spanish. Then you're like, that's really crazy. And then you begin to see people gathering in the neighborhood at night. Every night when it gets dark, they can't wait for it to get dark so they can look up at the sky and see the message in the stars. The sermon, by the way, is called Message in the Stars, that says, I exist. And you're like, wow. Buechner says before long, stadiums would be filling up with worshipers and news agencies would be covering it. And then Buechner goes on to ask this question, how long do you think it would take before people decided that this was no longer worth talking about? And they're like, have you seen? Yeah, that's been there for 3 years. Maybe it would take 3 weeks. In today's world, it may take 3 hours, I don't know, before people stop talking about it. And he says, then imagine like in a scene from a movie, the camera pans down on a young girl looking up at it, and in her eyes, you see the reflection of the stars that say, I exist. She lowers her head, and she walks back inside, and everybody goes about their business. And he says, how long do you think it would take before people would just no longer care? And you're like, no. If I had that, that would convince me. Some of you have a friend right now, you're thinking, if my friend could see that, oh God, that would be all it would take. Like Habakkuk, God, if you give us that, now that will believe. The Babylonians coming in, that's the wrong way to get our attention. That would get our attention. And some of you are thinking right now, man, that guy or girl that I sit with at lunch, this is what they need. And maybe it would be. Maybe it would be convincing. But before long, it would probably cease to be convincing because that wouldn't be enough. They would say, okay, yeah, big deal. What about that? Buechner says, by the way, God has put a message in the stars. Have you been out to look at the stars at night and to look up? You're like, well, I don't see anything spelled there. Do you need anything spelled out there? Do you need to just looking up at it? Is that not enough for you? He says, if that's not enough for you, then neither will God writing it out in the stars be enough for you. And then here's the quote that I want to end and close with. Because Christmas, we often celebrate Emmanuel, a phrase, a name that means God with us. And so for the last minute and a half, would you just listen very carefully to this quote and let it really sink in? Because the heart of some middle schooler or high schooler, some soon-to-be graduate, some college student, some husband or wife or single, wherever you are in life, this quote is probably going to hit somebody, and I've loved it for years. It's a little heavy, and it's a couple of slides long, so bear with me, but let's read it together. Buechner says this: we all want to be certain. We all want proof, but the kind of proof that we tend to want, scientifically demonstrable proof that would silence all doubts once and for all, would not in the long run, I think, answer the fearful depths of our need at all. For what we need to know, of course, is not just that God exists, not just that beyond the stars there is a cosmic intelligence of some kind that keeps the whole show going on, but we need to know that there is a God right here in the thick of our day-to-day lives who might not be writing messages about himself in stars, but who is in one way or another trying to get messages through our blindness as we move around down here knee-deep in the fragrant muck and misery and marvel of the world. It's not objective proof of God's existence that we want, but it is the experience of God's presence. That is the miracle we are really after. And that is also the miracle we really get. Who knows what he will say to me today, or to you, or into the midst of what unlikely moment he will choose to say it. Not knowing is what makes today a holy mystery, but I believe there are some things that God is saying to each of us. All of us, for instance, carry around in ourselves a certain emptiness, a sense that something is missing, a restlessness, the deep feeling that somehow all is not right inside our skin. Last slide. And I believe that this in itself is a word from God, that this is the sound that God's voice makes in a world that has explained him away. In such a world, I suspect that maybe God speaks to us most clearly through his silence, his absence, so that we know him best through our missing him. Now you have to think about that. You have to let it sink in. But to the person who is standing in the kitchen of your life saying, everything is ruined, this will never get better, I want you to know that we gather here every week because I truly believe that we have a Heavenly Father who says, I'm going to take care of you. But how do you know? I just know. But because I'm the one who made you. I'm in charge. I've got this. But are you sure? And like Lila walking up the steps of school, turning around, I, at 49, want to say to God, but God, do you promise? Do you promise? And God says, I've got it. And so that word presence, P-R-E-S-E-N-C-E, is a much bigger word in December than the other way we spell the word presence with a T-S. We can debate about, do you want lots of small presents or do you want a big present? Or even the idea of giving a good present like a coat to a kid in our community. Those are all great. Those are all fine. I hope you guys get great gifts. What I hope more than anything else is that you give your presence to somebody who says, my world is falling apart. I hope tonight has made sense to somebody, because I can't explain every problem or situation that any of you are in. But like me at the steering wheel of my car driving my daughter to school, I had full confidence that I was going to be able to take care of her. I knew it. There was no doubt in my mind. And when I thought, man, when it comes to God, that's the way God feels about me, and I'm the one in the back seat crying all the way to school. So I hope those words fall on your heart tonight. Maybe they'll wait till your heart breaks and those things will fall in, but I hope that you take those words, and I really hope you find somebody who's hurting and that you really give them the best presence by just your being alongside them and say, I'm going to stand here, and I don't know how God's going to figure this out, but He's not giving up on you. So, we love you all dearly. We look forward next week to being here, and we're going to be able to give a gift of presents to some very special people. So join us next week. We hope to see you skating on the 13th and on the 20th for the movie, and seniors, we'll go and bless some folks. It's going to be a great December. And then we'll start 2021, and who knows what it's going to look like. But God, we thank you that you meet us in the kitchen and that you take our deepest wounds and that you can hold us, and we know that you can make it right. And God, we just pray, like we talked about with Habakkuk, that we can just believe it, not when we see it, but that we can believe it until we see it. That's the real challenge for most of us. God, thank you for these students, the youngest in the room and the oldest, those who've known you the longest and those who are just trying to figure you out. I pray for all the families. I pray for all the marriages. I pray for all the friendships and relationships, for school, for their jobs, and for their time with friends and family. And God, I pray that you bring this pandemic to an end so that we might continue to get about the business that you've called us to. But until that happens, may we continue to be faithful in serving you. It's through the name of Jesus that we pray, and we all say together, amen. God bless you guys. Have a great night. Take care.